So I just sold a big part of my position in Muln Automotive, and it was great. Hi again, everyone. Hope you're all doing really well. So it's pre-market here on Thursday, and Muln Automotive in the pre-market action is down about 1 cent at the moment, based on yesterday's closing price of 98 cents. And I just sold a huge part of my position, but it's not as bad as you think. So following all the reverse stock splits and all, my position that I put in the stock earlier this year had eroded by about 90%. So it was pretty crazy. And if you followed my earlier video, you would have known that I actually put in a bid and a successful order for more Muln stock yesterday when it fell to 90 cents in the aftermarket. Now, thankfully, I have a full brokerage firm, which allows me to trade both after and pre-market. And what I did this morning is I actually just sold it off at 98 cents when the pre-market opened. There's bids went in at that price through my brokerage. It's weird because the chart I was looking at for the pre-market was sort of showing that it was kind of going down by 1 or 2 cents, but I managed to actually sell it off at 98 cents. So from 90 to 98 cents, I've made almost 10% on the sale. Now, interestingly, the size of this trade has actually made up most of my loss, which I was covering or holding for Muln Automotive previously. I'm still down by about 10 or 11%, but I've taken advantage of actions happening in the post and pre-markets today, and it's actually worked out quite favorably. So and I've probably done something to just take put a slight more bit of pressure on the stock in terms of shorts needing to cover positions. Like, it's no secret that the shorts are really all over this stock. Figures on different sources are all over the place. The one I like to use is Fintel, and they're showing that shorts have about 24% of the float held right now. And that's what's smashing the stock in yesterday's aftermarket session, and getting that opportunity to buy in. Now, I still believe that the stock's going to get bidded back up to $1 today in today's trade. I was originally thinking yesterday when I put that position that I'll try and sell it at $1, but I'm pretty happy with taking 8 cents on, or almost 10% on a trade before the market even opened. So that's done well for me. I'm probably going to keep an eye out, see what happens in the stock today, because my thesis is that it will go back up to $1 through the stock buyback. I don't, they need to get the stock back up. This is the whole aim of this exercise of doing the reverse stock split and putting in place the $25 million. So I imagine that it will get, bidded back up, but we'll just have to see how much overwhelming pressure the shorts can have on the stock in the meantime. Now, when it goes up to $1, looking at what's happened the last few days, seems like the major bidding action is coming in the closing moments of the day. I wouldn't be totally surprised if we see an attempt to push it back up in the middle of the day, when volume tends to drop off a bit in the stock. So it's easy to make the price swing a little bit more. But obviously that first sort of hour and the last hour, where you get your most heavily traded action in most stocks. So that's where, there's going to be a lot of pressure for the buyback to come into play. But I wouldn't be surprised if some of that money gets utilized, in the middle of the day when the volume is a little bit lower and it's easy to push the price up. That's if the stock price is down below $1 at that point in time. It might actually naturally float up anyway. Some people might be viewing this as a buying opportunity because they might prescribe to the same thesis as me, that it's going to eventually get bidded back up to above the $1 mark. Of course, none of this is investing advice. It's very good that I'm back in my car right now, because those who follow what's going on with me, I'm not working at the moment. I don't want my wife to hear about these speculative trades I've been doing. I'm sure she doesn't really care that much. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. What do you guys think is going to happen with Muln today? Do you think we're going to see the stock move back up to the $1 mark? Yeah, what are your thoughts? Should I try and play this swing trade again if I get the opportunity? I'd love to hear what you all think. Anyway, until next time, everyone, hopefully Muln trades in our favor. Cheers.